one, ain't a lot of us. Mom worked 2 jobs, it was hard for us. Me and sis made it out, now she proud of us. They didn't teach me how to rap in those private schools. Wasn't like my rich friends, had a lot to lose. Less money, less options, lot of rules. So when that first deal came, it was opportune. And shorty got potential, I scout that. She say she in love, but I doubt that. Maybe it's to the clout. I get love in the north, I get love in the south, yeah. Shorty claims she a feminist, and her feminine. Girl, you know that he average. Girl, you know I'm a savage. They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, cut the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them. No money, now I'm in the bench.
All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. A few minutes prior to us coming on air, this crowd was jolted into action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with the Tennessee Titans. It's an Indian summer afternoon, perfect conditions for football, and off we go on EA Sports. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a second down throw for Mariota. And his throw here is incomplete. One of his main targets, Delaney Walker, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down.
Let's go. Three.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
One.
Mariota now on 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right. And he slides to avoid the hit. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, Mariota. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big gain of 31 on third down. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 24. They go play action here on 1st down. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people.
And that is caught. Walker, touchdown Titans. Delaney Walker, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Titans take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point put through by Succop, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Lucy.
Throwing on 1st down is Bortles. And his first look is incomplete. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
11.
A fake to Fournette. Now it's Bortles to throw. Safarian Jenkins has it. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively.
And nothing but daylight ahead. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Mariota and the Titans break the huddle 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. A first down throw for Mariota. And this one is incomplete. Rishard Matthews the intended target, and now it's second down.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again, Mariota on 2nd and 10. Rishard Matthews here on the catch. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A Tennessee first down, that one Mariota to Matthews.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Mariota on the delay to Henry. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
Let's go. Three.
Working out of the gun, Mariota. He finds Taylor, complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. 23 yards on the play. Mariota now already over 100 yards passing in this first quarter. It's 1st and 10.
One. Three.
Now a play fake here on first down. And Davis with it left side. Touchdown, Titans. In for the score. And the Titans are able to strike for 6. Succop for the extra point. By Succop. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. A first carry for Leonard Fournette, and he'll get this one up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Flushed out right. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down. A first scoring update now from Carolina. And the Bengals out to the early advantage. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Fournette, a first down carry. Room here to run. Finding room inside the 40. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. A big run by the big man Fournette. 42 yards. And you talk about great blocking up front. I don't think he was even touched, not a finger on him, until he was brought down to the ground.
I think we heard the whoosh as he went by, didn't we? Right through the gap. No one there, as you outlined. No one touched him at all. A free sprint into the secondary.
Yeah, that's what you call breaking free right there.
Hey, let's go. Trip front, trip front.
They keep it with Fournette on first down. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017. And I think you can't let him run wild here.
What do you think, 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
Here's Bortles to throw. Toward the goal line, caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
Let's go, let's go. All go, all go, all go. All go. Green cut.
Shotgun now for Bortles. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. As his guys are in for 6. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And we are tied at 14. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. Now, right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. And incomplete. Matthews, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's a bootleg with Mariota. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. With the former Volunteer Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Titans with the football here to begin quarter number 2. They've got it 3rd and 10 here to start things out. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, Mariota. And Davis has it over the middle. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Mariota on 1st down. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Myles Jack leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. second down. Mariota. And Walker with it over the middle. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. He'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
The Titans on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing, Mariota. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Let's go, let's go. 372.
On first down, Bortles. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete.
Lucy.
Bortles will try again on second down. Left side complete, Safarian-Jenkins. And they'll get him down up past the 15. Bortles to the former Jet, Safarian-Jenkins for the Jags first down. On play action, now Bortles. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jonathan Cyprien. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Following the interception here, Mariota. He dumps it off for Henry. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. The Titans on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, Mariota goes underneath for Henry. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that's going to make it 4th down. And Succop will put this one right through, and they take a 17-14 lead. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. Bortles now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10.
Mike 39, Lucy. Lucy. Hey, let's go. Trips left. Hey, spread right.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, Fournette loses it. It's out. But it looked like a Jaguar was able to cover this thing, and so Jacksonville will keep control. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
372. 11.
On 2nd down, here's Bortles. He'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 1st down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Spread right.
So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this.
Here we go. Hey, spread left.
Bortles on the give to Fournette. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar in some discomfort down there on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Here we go. Switch.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And down inside the 15 he goes. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a 1st down as well.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Here we go. Lucy.
Into the red zone. It's Bortles. That's caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. And the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Omaha.
2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Now Bortles throwing on 2nd down. That's caught at the 3. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. This Titan defense, they just will not give in easily. Looking for another stop, 3rd and goal. Here's Fournette. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Jags are able to cash in for 6. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. Here's Lambo out to kick this one away. Out come the Titans now. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the 2nd half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Caught right side, Davis. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Now Mariota. And complete to the tight end Walker, right side. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A Titan 1st down, Mariota to Walker. They go play action here on 1st down. Rolling to his left. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Mariota again. He gets it to Matthews, complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. So we hit the halftime break here in Jacksonville with the Jags on top. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with the coach and our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the 2nd half. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the 1st half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the 1st half.
Let's see if they do just that. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31. Looking back to Leonard Fournette's rookie campaign, over 1,000 yards rushing. And coming into the league, some people saw this kid as an ex-Adrian Peterson. What can we expect from him going forward?
I like the comparison because of the size, the strength, the speed.
Here we go.
But I think he catches the ball better than Adrian Peterson. So I think they can up his utilization in the passing game. But what really impressed me was down the stretch in the divisional playoff game against Pittsburgh, hurt his ankle, left the game for a while, and came back and helped power his team to a big victory. Remember, he had some dings at LSU that kept him out of a few games. I thought that was a breakthrough for Leonard Fournette.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 23 yards on the play. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Bortles now on 1st down. Over to the right side, caught by Moncrief. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Safarian Jenkins, right side. And he gets it down to the 32. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Bortles now 13 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10.
Spread right, 72.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Here we go. 372. Throw left. Lucy. 3 and a touch.
Bortles to throw on 2nd down. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Wesley Woodyard able to run him down for a loss of a yard. And there they bring pressure from the inside, and they get home.
Yeah, hard to block everyone, isn't it? And on this play, someone did not get blocked. He's the one who got home.
Here we go.
And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4.
Lucy. 11.
Shotgun now for Bortles. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
Good field position to start the drive after the missed field goal. Here's 1st down from the 42. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Here comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. And the Jags grab it. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Here we go. Hey. 4 down.
A handoff to Fournette. Fournette fighting through. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
Yes, sir. Leonard Fournette has a well-deserved reputation as a physical, powerful runner. He's going to drop a shoulder and run over people time and time again. I think he uses it to his advantage, though. How about that last run? Set him up, looked like he's going to drop the hammer, but gave a little wiggle, a little shake. And what did he do, partner?
Left the defender right there in his wake. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Mariota now on 2nd down. Taken in by Taylor left side. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue. Mariota now to throw on 1st down. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Mariota again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Yannick Ngakoue in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Mariota will need a big play after the sack as the Titans come up 3rd and long. Off play action to Henry. Here's Mariota. He's going to go for a big play downfield, and he can't quite pick it. No interceptions so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. Here's Brett Kern now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
11.
Bortles now on 1st down. Rolling to his right. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
Bunch right. Hank.
On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. He sets to fire deep. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
After the penalty, it's Fournette. And past the 30, down to about the 27. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Remember at the outset you talked about the key being keeping him under 100 yards. Well, he's over 100 now. We're in the 3rd quarter.
So that has happened, right? So that goal's gone. Can they bottle him up the rest of the way? They'll need to do so if they want to try and win this one.
From the gun, it's Bortles. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Lucy.
A fake to Fournette. Now it's Bortles to throw. He's going to go up top for the end zone. So they took a shot there on 3rd down. Couldn't get it. Now it's 4th. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Mariota now. And Matthews has it right side. A very solid gain of 27. Somebody missed an assignment. He was waving his arms saying, hey, I'm wide open. They found him.
You think? You think? I mean, he was so wide open. Did you see he was just windmilling like he was Don Quixote or somebody out there? And then they found him for a really nice gain.
Mariota on 1st down. And he'll hit his tight end, Walker. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now a 2nd down throw for Mariota. Walker with a grab, left side. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down. Mariota now perfect since the 2nd half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. First down, Mariota. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Dante Fowler in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Second down, Mariota. That escapes the sack. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Third and long here for Mariota. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another first down. And in a two-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Let's go, let's go, let's keep go. It rolling, keep it rolling.
From the red zone now, Mariota. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. A second down throw here for Mariota. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And he's got it. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. To the air again, Mariota. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Matthews that time, and that'll bring up second down. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
Again, it's Mariota. And that is caught by Davis for a Tennessee touchdown. In for the score. And the Titans are able to make this a close game again.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Bortles now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now Leonard Fournette, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Here we go, here we go. 372.
Working from the gun, it's Bortles. He'll check this one off to Fournette. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball.
Here we go, here we go. Spread left, spread left, spread left. Spread left, spread left, spread left.
On 2nd down, here's Bortles. Eluding the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. The Jags picking up the 1st down there, a gain of 12. And the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Let's go. Hey. Spread left, spread left, spread left.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And they'll get him down right around the 16. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
Let's go, here we go.
And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides.
39, Lucy. Hey, spread right, spread right, spread right, spread right, smack.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture as now they've got a 1st and 10.
Hey, spread left, spread left. Let's go, trips left, trips left.
Here's a give to Fournette. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great effort there. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Mariota. Oh, going deep. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. They give him a gain of 37.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around and make him play on the football.
Mariota, he's going to let this one go deep. That's going to be caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Delaney Walker, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Titans have made this a one-score game. Extra point put through by Succop. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Bortles going to throw. Looking deep. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. They'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down. Back to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Taylor. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 17 yards on that play for the Titans. Obviously a big first down right there.
Yeah, they still got to hustle. They got to get to the line of scrimmage and get set. But I don't think necessarily you need...
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Calais Campbell in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. And remember, they're out of timeouts, so he spikes it here to stop the clock. The Titans on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 16. Back to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the second quarter, he may very well have run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
He's back to throw. And this is caught at the 8. And he doesn't quite make it. They do stop him, but he gets it all the way down to the 1. They give him a gain of 37. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Now Mariota. His pass caught at the 4. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry with time running out. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And now they're going to go for 2 and a possible win as this crowd rises to make things difficult. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And now the decision is to go for 2. A gutsy call, and this, in effect, is your ball game right here. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
So a big 2-point conversion attempt forthcoming for the Titans. They'll try the sneak, and he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The Jaguars getting set to go. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you get a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. This defense hasn't had the best showing in this game, but a critical knockdown there. If they can hang on, I guess the end will kind of justify the means.
Certainly, and just think of it this way. It may not be the quantity of the plays that they've had, because those haven't been great, but they get a few more quality ones like that. That could finish things off for them.
Here's Bortles to throw. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Escaping the pressure right. Now a depth. He's got him in. Complete. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Here we go, here we go.
Now Bortles. Open man right side is Sharp. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Well, how about keeping your head about you in this situation? No more timeouts. Finds a way to get out of bounds. Now they can breathe a little bit as they contemplate what to do on the next down.
And no, wide left. It's no good. And a tough finish to this one. A great come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles. And really the difference, obviously, was that 4th quarter. They dominated.
And it has to start with believing that you can make that comeback. Because we've been in games before. We've done games where you just look at one team and realize they have no chance of making it back. Not in the one we just saw here. They did it, and they did it well.
So for Tennessee, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they'll return home next week to take on the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, they will fall to a similar mark at 1-2. And they'll be back home next week for a date with the New York Jets. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we sign off from Jacksonville.
It's one of them ones, man. You just in the car, man. It's like when you in the car, you just think about everything, man. Definitely when you by yourself and you just cruising on the highway, man. Yeah, this got me thinking. On that cap, swerving through traffic, listening to trap. My windows ain't tinted, so notice me. Four braids, Yankee fitted, yeah, know it's me. I'm everywhere comfortable, but I'm still attentive. A young with money will make